Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker with Tarpon Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However, you may be joining us, we appreciate it very much. And look, I got to tell you, there's so many really good things going on in our area, in our community. Some of those really good things are going on down at the port in Fouchon. We welcome in Chet Chesson. Chet, thanks again for joining us. We appreciate it so much.
Thank you for having me again, Keith.
All right, very good. Now look, lots of good things happening, and I don't want to embarrass you, but this recent press release about some of the good things happening. But maybe before we do that, we'll talk about what's behind you.
Mhm. Yeah, we're so excited to be here today. See some new looking office here. We have moved into our admin office from our repairing and refurbishing from Hurricane Ida. So we're back in. We moved in last week, and we're excited about the new beginning for us post Ida. Continuing the work that we're doing in Port Fourchon and our community.
Well, look, it's one of those. Congratulations. I know what it's like when I got back into my house, and I think a lot of people can relate to it in those terms. But it was even nicer when I got back in. My wife made a comment last night. It's so nice that the living room is back where it's supposed to be, because you can move back and things not be where they are, where they're supposed to be. You've got these new offices, y'all are back, and your whole team and Lee and everybody is back in the admin building. It's just nice.
Yes, it is. It's very nice. It's a lot quieter. We were pretty much on top of each other in
Yeah,
our admin building that was acting as our admin building. And it was
right,
a small building, and people were sharing offices
right.
and those things. So it's a little bit quieter, and people are getting used to again the quiet and the ability to kind of get things done without interruption, right?
Yeah.
So
Everybody got a little elbow room, but look, pretty soon you'll be like, man, where's everybody at? Nobody's
exactly.
talking to me. It's kind of interesting how we go back and forth with that. Speaking of people talking to you, we want to congratulate you of now being elected as the vice chair of the AAPA board. Tell us a little bit about that. Look, I know you've been on the board since 16 and been very involved in that, but tell us a little bit about that. And it's just another one of those accolades for all of the wonderful work that's being done down at Port Fourchon. And
So
tell us a little bit
yeah,
about that.
sure. So the American Association of Port Authorities is basically a port industry advocacy group that works for the betterment of the port industry,
Okay.
from different policies, funding, things on the federal level, as well as it covers not just United States ports. It covers the entire Western Hemisphere of
Wow.
the world.
Wow.
So we have Canadian ports and South American ports and Latin American ports that are a part of the American Association of Port Authorities. And we're all about advocacy. We do it here on the state level. We do it here on the local level. This is just on a national and Western Hemispheric scale in advocating and supporting policy initiatives that help expand our port industry, that allows us to continue to be the economic engines that we are for our country and for the world. Most people don't understand and don't know that, outside of, Port Fourchon is a niche port. We do offshore energy, right?
Right.
And we do a lot of different types of things with that. But most of the products, goods, and services that come in and out of our country are coming through our ports in this country. And it's critically important that we continue to advocate and have a strong voice in Washington, D.C.
Well, and not only that, but you guys are actually representing everybody in the Western Hemisphere for what's coming in and out of their ports as well. And there's that consistency that we see, which is so very important. And being able to have that transparency about all of us kind of doing it the same way. And that way it really protects those goods and services that are coming in and out. And it's got a system in place to make sure that those things are going well.
Yeah. And look, sometimes we get questions about why are you involved in so many organizations? And at the end of the day, it's about relationships. It's about learning from each other. And it's about, best practices. And a lot of these other port directors from around the country and around the world have been through issues that maybe we're going through right now.
Hmm.
And we can learn from each other and understand, well, how do you deal with this? and learn from best practices, learn from mistakes that maybe haven't been made, so you don't make those same mistakes. That's what it's all about.
Right. And quite frankly, I can't imagine anybody thinking about anything other than trying to say, "Hey, Chet, how is it that y'all are doing that at
Yeah,
Port Fourchon?"
that's
Because
correct.
there's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of growth. In fact, managing that growth is probably one of the bigger things for you guys because it's all coming to fruition. All the really hard work through all of the shutdowns and through Ida and all that stuff. I see it as just a really big wave of movement forward. Y'all are seeing the same thing, huh?
Yeah, absolutely we are. And look, just from a port standpoint in general, our customer base is amazing. Our community is great. They support the things that we're doing. Our customers do great work for their customers in working to provide the energy needs for our country, and we take pride in that. And internally, from a port commission standpoint, our employees are wonderful people. They're here for the right reasons. They just want to do good for the community. And from our maintenance workers to our harbor police to our admin staff to our airport guys, we're all just here to try to make things happen and work for the community. And as long as we all keep that in mind, and our number one, and look, our board of commissioners are again the only elected port commission in the state of Louisiana for port commission's sake. They're great people, and they're pillars of the community, and they allow us to do really good stuff.
But Chet, one of the things that people down here love to do is fish. And you guys have made an opportunity here for us to really enjoy this Golden Medal Fouchon Tarpon Rodeo. Tell us a little bit about it and some of the new things that people can expect this year.
Yeah, the Golden Medal Fouchon Tarpon Rodeo. We're so proud to have it in Port Fouchon every year. It's coming back after a 2 year hiatus because
Right?
of COVID and the storm. Well, the storms really, and excited to have it back in our new pavilion that the Port Commission just built. Have these rodeos and these events like this. Golden Medal Fouchon Tarpon Rodeo was started by a group of folks many years ago, and over the last, I guess, at least 5 years. I think it's more than that. The Lafourche Chamber of Commerce has kind of taken over the operation of the Golden Metafush Tarpon Rodeo, and it raises money, right? It's a nice event for the community to enjoy, but it raises money to give scholarships to local students, and there's nothing better than that. Raising money to give back to the community, give back to students so they can go and get an education and hopefully come back and work and be leaders in our community. And that's what this is all about. And we're very proud to have one of our commissioners, Mr. Mike Colley, is the admiral this year
Right?
for the Golden Medal Fouchon Tarpon Rodeo. And he's so excited about this weekend. We're excited. The Port Commission is excited about having the first rodeo under our new pavilion that we just built
Right?
adjacent to the Coastal Wetlands Park that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
And we're gonna cut a ribbon tonight at the Admiral's party, and fishing starts, today and into tomorrow and Saturday. So the community is certainly fully welcome to come out to Port Fourchon this weekend. Tomorrow on Friday, June 30th, and Saturday, July 1st. You can see on your screen the agenda and all of the things going on with live music and food and just a wonderful time for family and friends to gather and enjoy South Louisiana life, enjoy, the outdoors and fishing. And what I will tell you is in the middle of our summer where we have a heat wave, this pavilion is not just an open air pavilion. It
Right?
actually has curtains, it's closed, it's going to have air conditioning, so it's not so hot, right? So enjoy a nice cool place in the middle of the summer, and enjoying South Louisiana.
Well, it's really interesting as we're looking forward to and seeing some of this record heat. We have some record levels of enjoyability
Yes.
with that. And so, very, very cool. Congratulations on the pavilion, by the way. I know it's going to be so well served because it's got so many uses down there at the port. What a great way to be able to really show it off with the Admiral's Party and everything starting off. And again, that is on June 29th, it's going to take place June 29th in the evening, and then fishing starts as well. So this rodeo is going to take place from June 29th through July 1st. You could see there at some of the times that we had with the weigh-ins and the music. And that's just one of those things about these different rodeos. It's awfully exciting, probably just as exciting as catching a big tarpon, being able to see them come and bring it in, and the oohs and ahs that you see as they come in and weigh them.
That's right. That's right. And the weighing in is at Moran's Marina,
Right?
where it has historically been. They've been hosting this rodeo for many years under a tent. And now that we have the pavilion just a little away from there, all the way in is at Moran's Marina. And then under the pavilion is where all the festivities happen with the different cooking competitions tomorrow afternoon, live music by the band Orange tomorrow night on Friday night, June 30th. And then on July 1st, boiled shrimp dinners and auctions and awards and all the recognition that goes around with that. And then closed off by a great local band as well in Sharts in December.
Wow. Uh, as always, we find a way in South Louisiana, especially down in Lafourche, to make it about food, fun, festivities, and family. It is going to be a great family atmosphere down. It's just so very exciting. And so, Aaron, put that up one more time. Let people know what they can expect. It's going to be the whole perspective is fish big and win big at the Golden Meadow Fouchon Tarpon Rodeo. Everything's going to kick off on Thursday, June 29th. And lots of things happening on Friday, June 30th, as Chet mentioned. And then Saturday, July 1st, we also have the scales and weigh-in. They have the food bar. The tent is open. Boiled shrimp orders in that afternoon from 4 to 7. I guarantee you it's going to be some great shrimp. Again, the scales for the children's division there in the afternoon at 4 o'clock. And then they have their auction, their awards. And then, again, some great music in the afternoon and the evening. Chet, I got to tell you, it's awfully exciting just to be able to do that. But when we see all that hard work, right? When you see the vision for the port, when you see all that hard work and you get to celebrate that in this great family event, it's got to make you feel good.
It does. It makes us feel great, and it gives us the gumption and the umph to continue moving forward, to continue to push towards bigger and better things. And we're certainly so excited to get people back together in Fouchon for this great event in the Tarpon Rodeo, and to continue moving the port forward to provide a great economy as best as we can provide for our community, and all the importance it has on the state economy and on the national economy.
Y'all are certainly do it. Chet, always appreciate your time. Congratulations. Look forward to trying to get down there for the tournament. Thanks so much.
It'd be great to have you. Thanks, Keith.
All right, very good. All right, guys, that'll do it for this particular segment of Bayou Time. Don't go anywhere. A lot more local programming right here on HTV.